Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wonderfully Hopeless podcast. This is episode number 144, and kind of going to do things out of order. I just filmed the entire thing with the camera not working, so we're going to try this again, only faster. And he's not going to be as nice as he was the first time around. So, while I was in Chicago over the weekend, I went to the All Animal Expo in Chicago, and I found this little beauty who is currently desperately trying to get away. So, let's do this quickly. So, this is a crocodile skink, and he comes, he's native from Indonesia, or that area. Not 100% that's actually Indonesia. But this one was captive born. So, yeah, and that was the first thing I did Saturday. Now I'm going to put him up, and I'll explain why that plays into my crafting. There you go. I'm going to use some of that energy to catch some food. Alright. So, yeah. Alright. So, crafting since my last podcast has not been as progress intensive. So I need to look at a calendar because I can't remember. Ha! So the last time it was the end of July, and since then I've had my birthday. And school starts on the 15th, and I go back to work on the 13th. So this week and last week have been a little bit busy as far as getting ready for work. The last 2 weekends, I've helped my husband. My husband has made beer, which means I help a little bit, and then we bottle in the middle of the week. And that's what we did Tuesday. On the 4th, we went to Stitches Midwest. I was kind of checking that out and see if my friends and I wanted to do that next year as a thing. And definitely liked it. Definitely want to do that next year with my friends instead of my husband. I adore my husband. I was so happy that he went with me, but yeah, poor man was bored. And then they tried to sell him yarn. Yeah. So, crafting is definitely seeing a slowdown, and that sucks, but I'm hoping this will not be as bad as last year, and I will still get a little bit more crafting done, not as much as I've done in the summer, obviously. So, what have I been working on? Well, for cross stitch, the only thing I've really been working on is my Mira. So I have just been working on her. I put my Polyvon up. I'll probably pull that back out once I've kind of got done with my Mira, which probably maybe another week of working on my Mira before she goes away. And then I also did a little bit on my cougar. So, yeah. So that's that. That's all the cross stitching I've gotten done. I've been super busy. Knitting, I finished my grocery girls on the 31st. Well, it was actually technically the morning of the 1st. I didn't get finished until 2 o'clock in the morning. So I love the Redbird colorway. And I really enjoy how this shawl came out. So it's so lovely. So there was that. And unfortunately, because I've done this once already, I now have to get it all back over here. All right. Next up, knitting wise, close to a finish, are my socks. And my goal is to get them done this weekend because I need to start another pair for my sister-in-law. So this toe is ready to be Kitchenered. And this sock is at the toe stage. So, need to put a toe on this one. That doesn't take that long. And Kitchener this one. And I'll have 2 socks. So, that is very doable for the weekend. What's going on this weekend? Colin! And that's my dog being aggressive over a chew toy. Colin! Nobody is going to eat your chewing. My house is a zoo. Literally some days. Alright. Next up, in my very favoriteest science bag, is my Trillion. And that's where that is. So I've worked a bit on it. This is where I ended. So I've gotten some progress on it. This is another one that I enjoy working on when I just need a mindless knit because I have the pattern memorized. It's super easy and I can just crank it out. So there's that one. The next one, I don't have as much progress on it just because while it's relatively mindless, I just haven't worked on it as much. And that is my Walk Together. So I'm still in the gray. A lot of progress there. I think I've only done 3 rows on it in 2 weeks. I had a rotation going. And then the rotation went out the window when I decided it was time to finish Grocery Girls. And now I gotta get a rotation going again. Ugh. And then the last one that I've been working on is called Stash Buster. Transition Stash Buster, something like that. I call it my blanket shawl. And the bad boy is getting huge. So this is all the progress I've made. But I did finish the purple and I've started the next color. My goal is to finish the next stripe by the end of August because my end all goal is to finish this before the end of November. So I got a lot of work to do. But I don't wear coats. I just wear shawls in the car. And on those super cold days, this would be really nice. So, there's that one. And then for my birthday, I had 2 new starts. The first one I started is Raina. And this is as far as I've gotten so far. And This is my Zen Yarn Garden Serenity Silk Single, and it is called I Like It. So, love it. And I enjoy that project quite a bit. Just haven't had a lot of crafting time. And then I also started Goldfish Memory, which right now I don't have a lot to show. I've only got like 3 rows done. And I am doing that out of my Queen City yarn that I had bought. So there's a pink with sparkle, the gray, and then this multicolor that also has some sparkle in it. I don't remember the names, and the tags are inside them, so I'm not going to pull the tags out. So there's that. And the Goldfish Memory requires a little bit of concentration, so after working on lesson plans and everything else, it doesn't get as much attention. And honestly, the socks, because I need to start a second set of socks for my sister-in-law. Now her feet are smaller than mine, but I do need to get mine off the needles so I can get hers onto needles. And the only reason I'm doing it that way is just for simplicity of my own mind, because hers is going to be a different yarn and different size needle. But yeah, all right, that's all the knitting. The crochet, my phone is having an aneurysm. All right, my crochet has seen a lot of progress just because crochet is the first craft I learned, even before cross stitch. And so I've been working on my virus shawl. I've got a full skein of yarn here and have started the second skein. So it is gorgeous. It's lovely to work with. I am using Lion Brand Shawl in a Ball in Healing Teal. Love it. And I love this pattern. So yeah, that's all my current work. All right. So I went to Stitches Midwest. What did I get? Well, I knew. So I got this kit at ZK. And I know I'm doing Harlequin from it. However, my problem was that Harlequin is a gradient. However, the last color for Harlequin is a solid or a tonal. And I don't have that here. And I decided I wanted to add it. So I really want the green, which would help. So the green. But Leading Men didn't have that color green. And the best thing he had to go with it is Fortune Teller, which goes with the dark navy in here. But I don't know that I love that. So I don't know. Right now I'm gonna leave it alone. It's not like I can start this immediately anyway. But I'm looking for I want something, I think, more green is where I think I'm going with this, because green is the predominant color, and so that's what I think I'm looking for. So, that being said, I'm putting Fortune Teller with it, but I am on the hunt for a green that I think would go well. The next thing I got at Stitches was I found these two minis, and unfortunately the vendor didn't have them labeled with even his store name, which I gotta say to the yarn dyers, guys, put a tag on the minis. Minis are really hot right now, and it'd be great to know who this was from so I could get more of your yarn, but I can't remember. There was a lot of places there. Just saying. Just saying. And then the next thing that I got was this beautiful yarn. And this is Bumblebee Acres Fiber Farm Indian Corn 2.0. So it's 63% superwash merino, 20% silk, 15% nylon, and 2% of the sparkle glitz. Love this colorway. And I decided that I wanted, I knew I was going to do a shawl with it. So, what am I going to pair it with? Well, I went over to Stunning String Studio and I saw Rusty Gate. And that goes spectacularly. And I'm like, okay, well, that would be a 2-color shawl. But I've been doing more, looking for more 3 colors here recently. Edge of the Forest, which also plays beautifully. So I now have a beautiful, sparkly 3-color shawl. I don't know what shawl yet, but there are a great deal of 3-color shawls in my wish to-do list, so yeah. And then I got my accessories, and this is where the lizard comes in. 17 minutes later, this is where the lizard comes in. All right, so inspired by my beautiful new crocodile skink, I saw the beautiful little gecko, and you know, that's about as much as you get when you like lizards on knitting stuff. And these are handcrafted by Perfectly Catchy Designs. Beautiful. And they had 3 different sizes. I got the largest because I have huge feet for a woman. And they also work for men's feet, so perfect. And they are so nice. And I love that they're handcrafted, and it's a husband and wife team, so yeah. And then I got this little dude. So you can't see all the detail on him. He's got, yeah, there you go. You can see the eyes, and he's got some spots on him. So absolutely love him. Shawl pin. And then could be a trident, but I'm calling it a pitchfork because, well, you know, shawl pick. So 2 shawl pins and my sock blockers. So that was what I got at Stitches. And that's all that I have for today. Told you it was going to be a quicker video, which it has to be because I really need to get on the road and get to my classroom. So yeah, when you see this, I will be at work. Kind of excited. But I am definitely going to miss my crafting time. So sad and happy at the same time. I had a lot of fun this summer. I got a lot of crafting done. My stitchy bug is back. Unfortunately, my stitchy bug is back and I gotta go to work. But what I will probably be doing is I'll probably do maybe one more session on my Mira in the net this week or next, and then I will probably switch out to something that's a little simpler. I might do some work on my cougar, just because where I'm at right now, and that fabric, when I'm not doing the half stitches, is a lot of fun to work on. So there's that, where I might pull out one of my Halloween designs. I haven't decided 100% yet, but the Mira, I already know it's going to require too much concentration between the fabric and stuff for me to want to stitch on that after a hard day of work, and I'm just mentally exhausted. So I will switch to something different. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure what, but I will switch to something different. And now my rocking chair is piled up with my whips. So I hope you guys all have a great next 2 weeks. I will see you in 2 weeks, and hopefully I will have something to show for it. You guys all have a great week, and I hope you get a lot of great crafting done. Talk to you later now. Bye.